Hi there! Thank you for tuning in to the DutchRC channel again for another unboxing. Now you might have expected a flight video of, for instance, the quadcopter I unboxed yesterday. However, the weather is a bit bad over here, so I can't fly, and I also got this box in today, so unboxing time. Once the weather clears up, I'll have a lot of things to test for you. That's alright, of course. Okay, what is this? This is a plane again, as you could probably tell. It is HobbyKing's Avios brand, and Avios is basically an upmarket line of models by HobbyKing. They are slightly more expensive than the Durafly models, fitted with slightly less more elaborate fittings, and this is my first Avios model, by the way, and it is a 1200mm Yakovlev Yak-52, which is a Russian plane, and it is a low-wing trainer, I'd say. I'm not completely sure, but it looks to me as being a low-wing trainer. Now, HobbyKing sells this model in two color schemes. One with the HobbyKing decals, large HobbyKing commercial decals, and a camo version. Now you might think, why on hell would a customer pay for a flying Hobbywing commercial plane? Well, that is because HobbyKing also sponsors a life-size version of this plane, and the HobbyKing decaled version looks exactly like that 1:1 scale version. Actually, let me show you a short clip from HobbyKing showing you both color schemes. So as you saw, a nice camo version and a HobbyKing decal version. Let's see, it has a 40 amp brushless ESC. That might seem on the small side, 40 amp. However, this is a 4S plane, so higher voltage means you need less amps. 40 amps should be enough, I think. It has a 680 kV motor, 3648. The wingspan is, like I said, 1200mm. The length is just 20 millimeters short of 1 meter, and the all-up weight should be 1560 grams. Okay, let me quickly take off the lid. There you go. Well, as you can see, it's packed in foam, and there's some extra foam padding to protect everything. And as you are accustomed to on my channel, I will take everything out of the box off camera, and then I will show you what came out of the box. Hold on. Alrighty, everything is unbagged. So let's see what came out of that bag. Let's start with the smallest part. These are the horizontal stabilizers, as you can see, with elevator. Now, if you are going to be building this plane, do make sure to flip-flop all the control surfaces up and down a few times, so not to strain out your servos. Always a good idea with these foam planes. And the next thing is two wings. Yes, two isn't that convenient. As you can see, a nice camo scheme with Russian decals, as it is a Russian plane. And at the bottom, a nice azure, very uncommon color really in models, azure bottom. Probably scale colors. I'm not that familiar with the plane in real life, but it does look good and unusual. It has split flaps. Obviously the other wing also has a split flap, and hinged ailerons, and quite elaborately hinged. I hope that's visible, but there are wooden runners, 3, which a carbon spar, might even be metal over this spar. Okay, very unusual. The control horns have ball links, so that should make sure that there is no slop in the control surfaces, which is very nice. It has retractable landing gear. Now, this is the front of the wing, and the Yak-52 has an unusual folding method for the landing gear. The idea is that if the retracts fail in flight, you can still land with the wheels retracted like this. They don't rub onto the plane, they are free running like this. Not sure if I'll be attempting a landing like this, but it's nice that they included this feature of the full-size model in this scale model. Very nice, very nice. Okay, and for the wing you get 2 spars. Here are 2 tubes, carbon fiber tubes in the wing, and this is a 3mm carbon spar. Carbon? It might be glass fiber or carbon, I'm not completely sure. Might be carbon, not carbon fiber, carbon. And this is a 5mm spar. Okie-doke. And next thing would be the hull. Let's take the wings out of view again. Hold on. The fuselage. Let me check if I'm still in view with this. Okie dokie, the fuselage. And as you can see, the front landing wheel is also retracted in a slightly different way than you would expect from other planes. As you can see as well, when assembling the plane you first need to install your radio gear, because you have to get this landing wheel out of the way for assembly. No biggie, of course. And the front landing wheel is steerable. It has a few nice scale exhausts, one big one and one small one. That's funny, I'm sure that's appropriate for this model. It has a large, very large canopy, as you can see, which is magnetically attached. Let me check if I can get it off. Yes, I can. Very large. It has nice cockpit details. However, there are no pilot figures in it. That is a bit of a shame actually, but I think I will try at least to solve that. As you can see, the windows of the canopy are already glued onto the foam part, the bottom part, so I'll have to do some cutting to be able to put some figures in, but I think it would be very nice to have some pilot's figures in it. Okay, let's see, can I easily take off the nose? Well, let's not force it. I'm pretty sure that the nose cone over here is magnetically attached as well, but well, that's not super important, of course. Generous space inside the fuselage, of course, for your electronics. The 40 amp speed controller is already installed over here. I will be velcroing it to the side, I think. By the way, this plane flies on a 4S, like I mentioned, 2200 to 3000 milliampere hours. And the tail servos are already installed as well. And you can see that the canopy is attached actually by 3 magnets, 2 over here and 1 over there. That's because of the large size of it, otherwise it would be flexing up and down. Alright, the vertical stabilizer is already on the plane, as well as the rudder. And this is nice, I hope it's visible, a skid, plastic skid, to if you do not make a perfect landing, that'll prevent damage to your rudder. And that's it. Nice finish. I think the new Durafly P40 is of a newer generation of production. That one looks a little bit better, less foamy. Nevertheless, this one looks quite good as well. Yeah, I'm happy with this so far. Okay, and lastly you get a bag of goodies. Yeah, I'll reposition the framing again. So, okay, a baggie of goodies. Let's see. A spar. That's for the horizontal stabilizer. Small little spar. Let's see, you get 2 blades. Is it a 2-blade propeller system? I assume so. There are 2 blades with the plane. And what is this? Some scale details, antenna, and what is this? Probably a pitot tube for on the wing. I have not checked that. 1 air scoop. 1 air scoop? Yeah, there's a slot on one of the wings for an air scoop. Very nice. This is probably to install and fix your wings to the fuselage. Push rods and an Allen key, a Phillips head screwdriver. Let's see. This is the spinner and some magnets. Magnets. I'm not sure what the magnets are for. I have no idea. Maybe if you, in case you lose one of the magnets to hold on the canopy. I'm not sure. Well, some screws and stuff. Okay, and a wire harness, probably to be able to connect the servos for the wings. Another Y harness, screws and more screws. Yes, that is it for the unboxing. On a plane like this, the build itself will be very, very simple. So I will not be doing another build video. If you are interested in build videos, I recently did a build for the P40, the Durafly P40. I think there might be some good tips for you if you are not experienced in building these airplanes. Here's a link to that video. And well, like I said, I won't be doing a build video for this specific model. I will of course be doing flight videos with it once the weather clears up over here. So thank you very much for watching for now, and hope to see you back in another video. Bye bye.